Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, today I want to do a little bit of a different kind of video. I just want to have a little bit of fun, break the monotony of being so serious. And I want to talk about conspiracy theories. I think, they're like ghost stories. They can be fun. It's fun to sit around with friends or whatever and talk about strange, unexplained things that might have happened to you. We all have a story. It seems like it could be supernatural, and it's just fun to talk about, because everybody's got a story to tell. And in that, we probably all have some conspiracy theories that are our own, ones that we've developed on our own. And I have one. I have one that of course I can't prove it, or don't have any real reason to believe that it's true. It's just, my own little theory that I think is possible and probable. And I'll give the disclaimer that I don't take it as far as to believe that it's true, just that I think that it's possible and probable. And I would never really 100% believe it unless I had actual evidence, which I'll more than likely never get. But anyway, my fun little conspiracy theory piggybacks off of a few conspiracy theories that have been around for a while. The Franklin cover-up is where the theory starts, and then it ties into MK Ultra mind control that was used in the 1950s or so on, and also Operation Mockingbird, where, the infiltration of the news media by the CIA. So, the way that the theory starts is I'm going to leave a link in the description to the documentary on the Franklin cover-up, which is definitely something that you should check out if you've never seen it. It's, I believe, under 42 minutes long. So, all right, the Franklin cover-up starts out as a guy named Larry King, of course, not the famous TV show host, but another guy that worked had things to do with the government. I haven't watched the documentary in a while, so I don't remember all the details. I think he owned a credit agency or some kind of something like that. But he was arrested. It was found to be that he was using boys from some sort of boys' home that he had ties to, and he was using them as child prostitutes. And some of the boys, it's said, that were able to describe parts of the White House that were off limits to, you can go on a tour there, but there's certain parts that you can't go into. And what the theory suggests is that that the boys were used as prostitutes for high power people in the White House. And anyhow, so I took that theory and I put it together with what we know about MK Ultra mind control and what we know about Operation Mockingbird, which is the CIA's infiltration of the mainstream news media. And I kind of combined all those theories together, because if the government is doing all these things, of course they're going to combine what they're doing. It wouldn't be all separate. And so what my theory is that there are probably some people that may be contracted through the government or however it's worked out in these intelligence agencies that still carry out the kidnapping of children and then take those children to an isolated place, possibly, let's say somewhere like Area 51, a place like that maybe. Which may be not Area 51, but just as an example, because we don't know what happens at Area 51. So I'll use that as an example. And then these children grow up there throughout their life in complete isolation, away from the world, educated differently. Whatever TV they would watch would be things completely different than what we watch. It wouldn't be the same as what we watch. It would be completely different. They would grow up in an environment unlike ours. So their minds would be completely different and completely controlled. And then these kids would grow up all with a different task, a different purpose. Some maybe spies for the government, for the military. Some maybe terrorists. Some prostitutes to get information from high-ranking people in various parts of the world, powerful people. You could even go as far as to say maybe Jeffrey Epstein and what he was doing with those girls. Maybe that could tie into it. That to get people in powerful positions compromised. And so anyhow, which I met Epstein, by the way. I rode in a county van with him to from the Palm Beach County Jail to the gun club jail in Palm Beach. I didn't know who he was when I met him, but I did meet him. And he asked me how jail was. I can, answer questions about that. It's nothing. It was a very short conversation. But anyhow, so they could be used for all sorts of things like that. And my personal theory is that the CIA, I do believe, we do have completely controlled state-run news media. I believe that. I believe that there may be certain persons within the news media that do not work for the CIA, like Tucker Carlson maybe. But I believe people like Anderson Cooper, which I believe did work for the CIA, and several other people, I believe that they work directly for the CIA. And possibly these kids that could have been growing up in isolation could have positions like that where they just get on the TV and just mislead the entire world, because it's hard to think that you can get a normal person to do that or carry out mass shootings or be involved with the terrorist attack in 9/11. I mean, there's all sorts of crazy things that you could never get an ordinary person to do. So how do you get these people to do this? Well, my theory is that possibly children that have been kidnapped from childhood, raised up in isolation away from everything and everybody, could be used for these type of purposes. Anyhow, I'll leave the disclaimer that this fun little conspiracy theory is for entertainment purposes only entertain you and have a little bit of fun. I don't have any evidence that any of this is true, aside from the evidence that already exists with the Franklin cover-up, Operation Mockingbird, and Operation MK Ultra. So I just tied them all together and put my own theory together. It's fun. If you have any theories that you want to tell me about, or if you want to, critique mine and tell me what you think about it, go ahead. Like I said, this is just for fun. Anyway, you guys have a great day and enjoy it.